The most violent moment of the day is not the argument you will have with a colleague, nor the sudden braking of a car in traffic. It is the first 3 seconds after you wake up. In that brief, liminal space between the void of sleep and the harsh clarity of wakefulness, there is a distinct sensation of heaviness. It is the reassembly of the ego. For 8 hours, you were nothing. Free from debt, free from heartbreak, free from the crushing weight of your own identity. And then, the biology kicks in. The cortisol awakening response floods your system, not to greet the sun with joy, but to jolt the animal into a state of defense. We are told by the architects of modern culture, the productivity gurus, the tech optimists, the sellers of supplements, that the morning is a canvas. They tell us to win the morning so we can win the day. They prescribe a ritual of accumulation. Drink the green juice, perform the high-intensity interval training, read 10 pages of an investment book, and visualize success. This is a false solution. It is a distraction. These routines are designed to distract you from the fundamental anxiety of existence by keeping you busy. They treat the human soul like a malfunctioning app that just needs an update to run smoother. But you cannot outrun the absurdity of the human condition on a treadmill. The anxiety you feel at 7 a.m. is not a lack of caffeine. It is the dizziness of freedom. It is the realization that you have been condemned to exist for another 16 hours, subject to the whims of chaos, entropy, and other people. To truly win the day, if we can even use such a triumphant word, we must not look to the hackers of Silicon Valley. We must look to the stoas of ancient Greece and the drafty tents of Rome. We do not need to add more to our morning. We need to strip it bare. We need a routine not of productivity, but of psychological inoculation. To understand the Stoic morning, we must first dissect the mechanism of our suffering. Why is the prospect of the day often so exhausting? Arthur Schopenhauer, the German pessimist, argued that consciousness is a burden. He viewed the waking state as a return to the will, that blind, striving, ceaseless hunger that drives the universe. When we wake, we immediately want things. We want comfort, we want validation, we want control. And because the universe is indifferent to our wants, we immediately suffer. This is the mismatch. Our biology demands safety and predictability, but reality offers only flux. No one understood this better than Marcus Aurelius. It is easy to imagine the Roman emperor as a marble statue, stoic, unfeeling, perfect. But history tells us a different story. Marcus Aurelius hated waking up. He was not writing his meditations from a palace of gold. He was writing them in the mud of the Danube, on the freezing frontiers of Germania, surrounded by the plague and the constant threat of assassination. He was an insomniac with a bad stomach. When he opened his eyes, he didn't see opportunity. He saw the burden of ruling an empire that was slowly crumbling. In Book 5 of his Meditations, we see him arguing with himself, trying to drag his own body out of the blankets. He writes, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work. As a human being, is this what I was created for? To huddle under the blankets and stay warm?" He acknowledges the seduction of comfort. "But it's nicer here," his mind pleads. And then the logic cuts in. "So you were born to feel nice instead of doing things and experiencing them?" The root cause of our morning dread is the expectation that the day should be pleasant. We feel betrayed when it is difficult because we have swallowed the modern lie that happiness is the default state. The Stoic premise is darker and therefore more liberating. The world is broken, people are difficult, and entropy is the only law. Once you accept that the day is not designed to serve you, you can stop fighting the current and learn to float. So how do we operationalize this? How do we build a fortress before 8 a.m.? The Stoics practiced a technique that is the direct opposite of modern positive visualization. It is called Premeditatio Malorum, the premeditation of evils. Let us walk through this ritual. Imagine it is early morning. The house is silent. You sit in a chair, not to meditate on your breath, but to meditate on catastrophe. Most people visualize what they want to happen. They visualize the promotion, the smile of their partner, the green lights on the commute. This makes them fragile. When reality deviates from this script, they shatter. The Stoic does the reverse. Close your eyes. Visualize with high-definition clarity the things you fear. See your commute. Visualize the traffic jam. Feel the heat rising in your chest, the tightness of your grip on the steering wheel. Watch the clock ticking, making you late. Go further. Visualize your workplace. Imagine the client rejecting your work. Imagine the passive-aggressive comment from a colleague that usually ruins your mood. Hear the tone of their voice. Go darker. Imagine the phone ringing with bad news. Imagine the betrayal of a friend. Imagine the loss of what you hold most dear. This sounds like a recipe for depression, but logically, it is a vaccine. By exposing your mind to the virus of misfortune in a controlled environment, you build antibodies. Seneca, the great Stoic statesman, wrote to his friend Lucilius, "He robs present ills of their power, who has perceived their coming beforehand." When you open your eyes after this exercise, something shifts. You look at your coffee cup and you realize it hasn't broken yet. You look at your partner and realize they are still here. You look at the clock. You are not late yet. By mentally traversing the worst-case scenario, the present moment is revealed for what it actually is: a reprieve, a bonus. The dread dissipates because the monster has already been faced. You are not walking into the day hoping nothing goes wrong. You are walking into the day having already accepted that it will, and knowing you can endure it. This is the concept of amor fati, a love of fate. Not just tolerating what happens, but willing it to happen. If the traffic is bad, good. It is a chance to practice patience. If the project fails, good. It is a chance to learn resilience. You do not win the day by conquering the world. You win the day by conquering your demand that the world be other than it is. The true Stoic morning routine is not a checklist of productivity hacks. It is a philosophical orientation. It requires you to stand before the mirror and strip away the entitlement that says, "I deserve a good day." You deserve nothing. The universe owes you nothing. This sounds cold, but in the silence of that realization lies a profound peace. If you expect the world to be chaotic, the moments of order become miraculous. If you accept that people will be selfish, their moments of kindness become gifts. To win the day before 8 a.m. is to kill the hope that the day will be easy and replace it with the confidence that you can handle the difficult. You are a small, fragile biological machine standing on a rock spinning through a void. The fact that you are conscious at all is a statistical absurdity. So drink your water, make your bed, but then take a moment to look the darkness in the eye. Invite the chaos in for tea, and then get to work. Thank you for watching.